Postgame press conference here. Victorious Hope College women's basketball team on a buzzer beater over Albion College in a clash of unbeatens here with Kenedy Schoonveld, Brian Morehouse, and Sydney Muller. Coach, we'll start with you with an opening statement.
Yeah, just really excited that we won. Let's focus on that. Great game. It was a classic MIAA Albion Hope fist fight for 40 minutes. Very similar to last year where they came back in the third quarter, cut into a pretty big deficit, and got it back to even. When they've got the ball with 19 seconds to go, tied, they go into the hole with an 80-some% free throw shooter. We're trying not to foul her. We get lucky that she travels, and we advance the ball, don't really get what we want, go to the other end, get the ball back, and then Coach Cuss drew up a great play to win the game. And that's why we work on our special teams so often. We're lucky that we have really good players. We have players that can execute under stress, and thank goodness that somebody bailed me out today. I was the first to tell my team, I said thank you, because I don't think I coached a very good game. I will throw myself squarely under the bus there. That was a poorly coached game by the head coach, and we just didn't make shots. We missed 10 free throws, but there were a lot of adjustments that were left out on the court that could have been made that I didn't do a good enough job making. So thankful for my team, who's talented enough to bail me out, and thankful that we got the last shot in a game that was probably going to come down to the last shot.
Yeah, and Coach, obviously a lot of missed shots there in the third and fourth quarter, and then Kenedy, just talk about those moments where Lauren's inbounding it in, and then you're getting the ball. So what happened after that?
Yeah, I think the timeout, we were all super locked into that, and Cuss, like he said, drew up a really good play. After the game, I was like, I don't even know what just happened, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was a great pass by Newman. I knew I didn't have a lot of time to get it off, so I was kind of scrambling. But we're just super excited to get the win.
And Coach, was that how the play? Was it pretty much how you guys drew it up, or?
We had three options off it. We went to option number one because that was the first one that was open, and with 1.1, you've got time to catch, gather, and get a shot off. And it was physical. The defender played it perfectly. She walled up, got her hands up, made it a really hard shot for Kenedy, and Kenedy's talented enough that she was able to make it. So really good play call, really good execution. Kenedy set a great screen, Sydney sprinted off it, and then we had good weak side action going with Voskuhl and DeSmit, and Newman made a great pass, and 1,000 people put their hands in the air and just started to scream. And I was one of them. So, just really good execution, and I thought, to Albion's credit, I thought they played really well. And, I don't know who deserved to win that game. There were a lot of missed shots and a lot of things that went wrong, and a lot of things that went right, and in the end we got the last shot and won.
Kenedy, how often have you guys practiced that particular inbounds play?
Never. It was drawn up kind of last minute. I think it was the same play that we ran at Kelvin my freshman year to Frankie, actually. Yep. But we've never practiced that particular play in practice.
How do you prepare with inbounds passes, though, or that special teams that's, obviously you guys do put in a lot of work on. What do you do to be ready if you come up with a play that you haven't had to execute in the game yet? Yeah,
like I said, I think we were all just super focused and really locked into what Cuss was saying. And then, obviously you have to go out and execute it. So being mentally prepared, mentally tough to kind of handle that bigger situation. But I think a lot of it was just being locked into the timeout and really honing into what Cuss was saying.
Yeah, we run that play all the time. We just don't run it with that personnel set. A lot of times that's Voskuhl, and it was Frankie in the past. Yeah. And so we run the play a lot, but we don't run it with that personnel. So in the huddle, there was a little chaos. But then we got it calmed down, and we got it taken care of, and it ended up being good.
Speaking of chaos, there's the jersey situation.
Oh boy!
What was going on there? Just for that to happen at that moment too. Just what was going through your guys' minds just when that chaos was going on?
Honestly, I was just trying to get back on the court, and they kept, no, it's not good enough. So there's so many little things that I guess I learned a lot of new things about basketball today that I didn't know before. So I can't play with half sleeves, can't play with blood. We knew that, but just getting back out on the court and being with my team was my priority, definitely. So.
And Sydney, defensively, you guys, that's been something you've relied on all year, and that came up big today as you were struggling to get any kind of flow and offensive thing going. Just talk about the trust that you guys have in your defense to help you in situations when the game is tight and the pressure is ratcheting up.
Well, this week we really focused on a different defense, actually. You know, we're usually up in people's face. We're not letting them get passes. And this week it was totally, you know, lay off your player. Don't let them beat you. And that's, what I go to every time is, I'm going to do my job by not letting my girl beat me. I know Kennedy's going to do her job to not let her girl beat her. And I know I have Vasca in the middle coming to block anybody who's coming in there. So, just definitely that trust. But we've been playing together for 2 years now. I mean, I definitely know if I get beat, someone's got my back. And I hope the same for them, too.
I was in the second half there too. You know, it was 36-17. You guys were leading at one point, and then all of a sudden the fourth quarter comes around. Just what did you guys learn today? Just you guys haven't really had a game like that
Right.
this season. You've had some tough first halves, maybe some third quarters, but usually you guys pull away. But what did you guys learn from that experience today in those third and fourth quarters?
I think we'll be better for it in the long run. I think close games like that really teach you a lot about who you are and what we're going to be moving forward. That's.
I don't know, definitely, that was our closest game by far.
Yeah, for sure.
But, the next closest game was 26 points. So this really taught us we have to dig in and play hard and not let that kind of stuff happen. Because when you have, a 15-point lead, you can't let that go. Because they're a good team and they could have just as easily made a shot on the other end. And then they would be happy with us.
Yep, that's true.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.